All right, my friends, it is not a good day once again in the crypto markets. We had a pretty crazy wick that actually put us negative for the year. I don't know if my mom was wrong or what is going on in the crypto markets right now, but Q4 was supposed to be the top of the bull cycle, and it's feeling like this cycle is kind of going against the thesis that a lot of people had, the 4-year super cycle. I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about crypto news today because people are kind of flip-flopping on the crypto market. In fact, Arthur Hayes, we know Arthur Hayes, right? He's one of the Bitcoin OGs. He's a guy that's made a lot of money on crypto. He's actually selling a lot of his positions, and he's not selling them in profit. He's actually selling a lot of them in the negative. He's taking losses on a good amount of his positions. He's selling coins like LDO, Aave, Uni, Ethereum, ENA. This is a guy that is very bullish on these cryptocurrencies, and yet he's still dumping them. So I think he's trying to time the market. He's trying to see if the market wicks down here. The market has been looking very, very weak, to be quite frank with you. There's like one cryptocurrency that's doing well, and then everything else is just dumping to oblivion. It is a very interesting time. In fact, Bitcoin ticked up today. How's it going? Adrian, welcome. Bitcoin ticks up after erasing all of 2025 gains. The dip comes amid doubts about future U.S. interest rate cuts and a risk-averse mood in broader markets. Bitcoin fell below $90,000 for the first time in a long time. Bitcoin right now is at $92,000, so we did have a recovery there. A lot of crypto is showing some green, which I kind of think is funny. Bitcoin Cash is up like 6% today. Very interesting. But overall, still down a lot on the past week. A lot of these cryptos are just not doing too hot. So there are some people that are saying crypto has done a magical U-turn and that we're part of a mini bear market. Other things that happened today, X went down, which a lot of people get their information on X. We have Nader here saying, watching my favorite decentralized, censorship-resistant, unstoppable crypto Web3 app get eviscerated because Cloudflare went down. This is similar, akin to when NFTs were out there and they were very hot. People started funding NFTs because the places that they were storing these NFTs in could go down at any time, and sometimes they did. So we'd see Bored Ape Yacht Clubs with no images. People would say, why am I paying $100,000 for a JPEG that can magically disappear? The same thing is happening with crypto Web3 apps. So a lot of these Web3 apps are using cloud services like AWS and Cloudflare, which, as you saw, went down today, and that caused a lot of platforms to go down. I uploaded a video today talking about ZCash. I did a price prediction video on ZCash talking about a $30,000 position that I made on it. This is a follow through. This is actually the same trade from last live stream. So if you're sticking around from last live stream, you would see the same exact trade. Good thing, today was actually a pretty good trading day for me. This position went up quite a bit. This was at like 617. The price of Zcash right now is like 622. I was able to close this trade for about a 36% profit, which was a pretty good scalp. It was a pretty good scalp. We made 10 Gs, which is always great. There are a lot of people that are wondering why Zcash is outperforming a lot of the market. I feel like in times like this, if you're going to long anything, you have to long the leader. That's the only thing that's interesting. That's the only thing that's getting liquidity. A lot of people are going around and scrutinizing Zcash's marketing team for punching up. I actually made a video a while back. It wasn't a very well-viewed video. A lot of people didn't watch it. But it was talking about the thesis that a Solana VC had on Solana. They had a thesis on Solana at $8, and they had a different thesis for a $100+ billion Solana. A Solana that could potentially hit $1 trillion. That is something that is natural progression for cryptocurrencies. You don't want to have the same narrative forever. If you have the same narrative, you can only go so far. So marketing teams like to expand a utility, maybe expand their narrative, and that's exactly what the Zcash marketing team is doing, saying that Bitcoin has become too institutionalized, which it very much has. But ironically, Zcash is entirely institutional. So I actually said this on my video that pretty much this entire pump, I believe, is pretty much being done through these institutions. I'm like almost convinced that institutions are behind a lot of the gains here for Zcash. In other words, Brazil is reportedly weighing a tax on using crypto for international payments as it moves to adopt the global CRAF reporting standard for crypto data sharing. So perhaps Brazil is going to do a tax on using crypto for international payments. I think that's very interesting. This is interesting because they are part of an organization, it's called BRICS, it's an alliance. And this alliance seeks to pretty much dethrone the US dollar as the dominant as the dominant currency of the world. So them all of a sudden saying, okay, we might use a tax on crypto. Very interesting. The US is very pro crypto. And so if they're in this alliance that wants to be pretty much anti-US in terms of their currency domination, they don't want crypto to succeed. So they're going to want to go ahead and push back. I mean, China, all these countries in the BRICS are going to want to absolutely fight back on cryptocurrency domination. So very interesting there that we are getting actively countries that are fighting against crypto once again. We have Star Platinum here saying Andrew Tate was liquidated once again, and he might be one of the worst traders in crypto. Man lost $794,000. Oh no. Oh no. The Tater Tot is not that great of a crypto trader. Who would have thought that Andrew Tate is not my quant? A lot of people just follow these influencers and just think we're like magical gurus. Guys, if you're not full-time in this and obsessed, you're just not going to cook. We have ticker symbol XCL from Tyler. What's up, what's up, what's up? We also have Grayscale, which is poised to debut its Dogecoin ETF as Vanex Solana Fund starts trading. A Grayscale ETF tracking popular meme coin Dogecoin could list next week, while a Vanex Solana Fund debuted on Monday. So this Solana Fund was like a no-tax fund. The Grayscale ETF, I find interesting because Grayscale was supposed to get, I believe it was an HBAR ETF, and then they filed to delay it. So I'm not actually certain if Dogecoin is going to get that ETF launch. I'm actually waiting to see what they do, because if they do that, then the HBAR ETF is going to come, and then all the other ETFs are going to come, which is going to be good news for anybody that has Grayscale ETFs on the way. Grayscale is actually going to be IPOing, or at least they're filing to IPO. So that's just something we're gonna have to wait and see. Maybe the company that's IPOing doesn't want to risk it. We also have Polygon, which this is going to be an interesting one. So they made an announcement today saying Revolut chooses Polygon, Europe's largest fintech, has officially integrated stablecoin payments, trading, and Polygon staking with $690 million in volume on Polygon to date. So they're saying that this is part of a larger collaboration. Very, very interesting. However, if you look at the details, you will see that the functionality that they're saying is on Polygon is also live on Solana and other chains. And it directly conflicts with the language, saying that this is a go-to crypto rail. So they're saying Polygon is pretty much the go-to for Revolut, but it very much is not. I mean, you could go ahead and you could use Ethereum, you could use Tron, you could use Polygon, you could use Solana, you could use Optimism. I mean, there's a bunch of different options here. So the crypto marketing language is a bit confusing here. But we did get other news. Polygon's just been going crazy on the news lately. MasterCard chooses Polygon to launch username-based transfers for self-custody wallets with Mercury. And through MasterCard Crypto Credential, users can onboard once, receive a verified username, link their wallet, and get assets instantly without ever copying a hex string again. Mercury is going to onboard verified users and issue credentials, while Polygon provides the blockchain rails. So I am a big believer in crypto marketing. Crypto marketing is one of the most important things in the world, and the narrative that you drive is going to be a majority of your expenses. So if you're big into crypto, you're going to be big into marketing, because marketing is the number one thing. If your crypto is going up, then it means that I mean, the hype cycles here clearly, and you're going to be absolutely cooking. We see, cryptocurrencies like Polygon have been struggling to gain that narrative back for a very long time. And right now, I mean, this cryptocurrency is at about what, like 14 cents right now. It is practically at fresh all-time lows. And despite the fact that they just put out this news piece, this crypto is just not doing too well. I would say ag layer technology is very good. It's very solid, but they just haven't been able to grasp that narrative back, that narrative that drives the price up. Like, for example, cryptocurrencies like Aster definitely do have that hype cycle. I mean, they definitely have a ton of hype right now. I mean, this thing's at about what like $1.34 right now. Aster is something that has already finally stabilized and looks like it's pushing back up. It has an excellent chart, excellent narrative, but someone bidding on a cryptocurrency like Polygon is going to find that, I mean, where's the floor? There is no floor. It's a lot riskier to invest into something that just doesn't have a concrete floor just yet. And that's why we're seeing cryptocurrencies like Aster go up and cryptocurrencies like ZCash go up, because they've proven that they have an established floor, they have buying power, and they have staying power. Those are the things that you're looking for in a cryptocurrency. And so that's pretty much going to be the news for today, my friends. Thank you for watching this video. Just a quick little news update for today. Stay classy, my friends, and I'll see you all in the next one.